when did you realize that you didn't love yourself?
This is not who I want to be or how I want to show up for myself. And this is totally not self-love. This is not self-acceptance. If I loved myself enough, I would not stay long in toxic relationships.
So, welcome back to our podcast, beautiful people. We are today back to our second episode, and we are talking about self-love.
Yeah, thank you for joining us, and we'd really love to hear what your definition is of self-love. Drop it down in the comment section down below, and we'll be looking out for it.
So, without further ado, Saidi, what's self-love for you?
Self-love to me. Yes. So, self-love to me is unconditional acceptance of who I am, my essence, my core, and just embracing myself.
Wow.
With all my flaws, with everything that comes with who Zadie is.
Amen.
My essence.
I love it.
Yeah.
Your essence.
My essence.
I love it. For me, it means like indeed completely acceptance of myself. Embracing all the good, all the bads, and all the in-betweens. And that's self-love.
All right.
It's okay to be who you are.
And where in your journey of becoming who you are today, did you realize you were not showing up for yourself the way you wanted to? You were not loving yourself the way you wanted to?
Yes. Well, first of all, I didn't have the knowledge to, or not the consciousness I had.
You didn't have the awareness.
I didn't have the awareness of the self-love. You know? I thought I had it, but when I look back now,
yes,
I wasn't even close.
Yeah.
You know? So there was a time that I really had to become conscious of the fact, like, hey, Sue, this is not okay for who you are. This is not okay for your essence. It's not okay for who you are and who you want to be.
Yes.
So you need to change. I had this thing with myself that I was very angry all the time, and I could react very aggressively.
Okay.
And there was a point that it came too much. I felt it in my whole body. I was shaking. So I left the house. I sat in the car. I raced around. And then at a point, I was just like, okay, so we cannot do this anymore. This is not who you are and who you want to be. This angriness is not suing your self-love.
Yes.
You understand?
Yeah.
It's
it
not
doesn't,
yeah.
It was not aligning with the self-love you wanted to show yourself.
Yes.
Because you were so reactive to the external.
Yes.
Instead of looking inside of you and finding the peace inside of you and finding the quiet.
Come on.
And not reacting to the outside.
Yes, that was it.
Beautiful.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was.
I love it.
Thank you. I love who I am today, girl.
I love it too.
I love you too. So tell me, what about you?
I came to the realization that I hadn't been loving myself the way I wanted to. And that was brought about by the relationships I was in, the friendships I had back then, where I didn't feel honored for who I was. I felt like I needed to perform or show up differently so I would be accepted, so people would see me, so people would hear me. And I was not being myself. And once you can't be yourself, you can't talk about self-love.
True.
The moment you feel the need to show up differently from who you really are, that is not self-love. So in the journey of looking back now, seeing where I come from and where I am now, I can say that I can stand up for myself. I can say no. I can walk away from relationships that trigger my peace. And that is a very big shift in my self-love journey, knowing that whoever I am right now does not need validation from the external. The only validation I need is from my creator, and I am not perfect. And in all that, I can still love myself and show up for myself in the most beautiful and graceful way.
Wow.
So that is a self-love journey for me so far.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And I hear already the growth, huh?
Yes.
Just the way that you were talking before, like I didn't validate myself and I was seeking for validation outside of my external. So amazing how you can shift that, how you could shift it to be in your power right now and say, hey, I love me for who I am.
Totally.
And can you tell me, like, how do you apply that in a daily basis, the self-love? What are you doing? How does a day look for you, saying like, okay, today I was I really love myself?
Yeah, so you know, it's been a journey, it's been a process, right? It's been a process of affirming beautiful things to myself, of saying kind words to myself, of looking myself in the mirror in the morning and saying, you know what, you got this, you know what, I love you, and really meaning it. And in the beginning of the journey, I used to say these things, but I never used to feel it, you know. I used to think, okay, I'll just say it and, you know, we'll see where we get. But I came to a point where I could say it and I could embrace it. I could feel, you know, I could feel inside of me something shift. Like, okay, you are flawless the way you are. With your imperfections, you're flawsome. You're not awesome, you're flawsome. You know? So flawsome, you know? So I was in this energy of, okay, I can say these things and feel them. And in the journey as well of loving myself, how I show up on a daily basis is the minute I wake up, the only validation I seek is from my Creator.
Come on.
If I can wake up in the morning and say, thank you, God, for the breath you've given me, that is self-love to me. That is me acknowledging that nobody else from me is, you know, is in control, you know? That my Creator is in control. My Creator loves me the way I am, you know, with all my flaws, you know. I'm still grateful to wake up in the morning. So I do that. I pray. I'm grateful. I do my affirmations. I tell myself continuously how happy I am for who I am and the growth that I have been able to realize, for the big steps that I've taken, for the small wins and for the big wins, you know. So that is a part of my self-love on a daily basis, and the reflection I get from friends, from family, the grace I can pour into people from a whole place, not from a place of I want to please people, you know, from a place of I have so much to give, so much light to give. That is why I'm giving, you know. So that's a part of self-love for me on a daily basis.
I love it.
And how you showing up for yourself on a daily basis and saying, listen, I love Sue. I love who Sue is. I love her essence. I love her core. How do you do that?
Yeah, now I am also praying. That's also the first thing that I do in the morning. Being grateful to God, thanking Him for everything. And indeed, I just keep showing up for myself, listening to myself. When I feel a certain way, I really try also to listen to my intuition.
Yeah,
Thank you.
intuition.
Well.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
And I really see, like, the more that I love myself, the more that I also listen to myself. You understand?
Yeah.
Because before, I would always doubted myself.
Would you silence the voice inside of yourself telling you?
Well, yeah, in a way, I think, because then the intuition, how do you say it?
Intuition, yeah.
The intuition that I had, I always doubted that, and I was like, maybe it's not right, you know, maybe, you know, I was always doubting myself and the things, like how God was speaking to me, like, probably not, so I need validation from other people.
Yes.
But now, I really, when I feel something, I know it's God. You understand?
You trust it, yes.
I really trust it, like, okay, this is the way, and I do it in everything. Listening to myself, also in the little things. Once again, I talk to myself also, still in the mirror.
Right.
When I have something nice on, I just walk and I say, girl, you're looking amazing.
You're looking fine.
You're looking fine. Come on. You know,
Love
I really
it.
say that, and I really meditate, pray, and do also the affirmation, and I keep doing that.
Yes.
Because sometimes you just like, you find yourself in situations and that you just don't,
you don't connect with yourself anymore.
You don't connect to yourself anymore, indeed. And then those are the moments for me that I need to step up. Okay,
Yes.
what are you going to do now?
Yes.
Are you just gonna let it slide?
Or are you going to show up for yourself
I'm
again?
going to show up for myself.
Beautiful.
So
that is self-love. That is totally self-love. Stepping
Yeah.
up and showing up for yourself is the most purest form of self-love you could ever have, because it is nobody's job to love you. It is your job, and entirely your job, to love you the way you are.
Come on, girl.
Yeah,
It's
beautiful.
True. Yes.
And when you, like, we're on this self-love journey of loving yourself, learning to love yourself, were they situations or people that you had to change to come to where you are today?
Yeah, certainty, because like before, just like you, I didn't say no.
You always gave.
Yeah, I couldn't say no. And when I said it, I would feel so bad about it.
Right.
You know? But then I needed to change.
Yes.
And I started to say no.
You started to literally set your boundaries.
I had to set my boundaries.
Yes.
And there you will see, like, okay, some people were accepting it, some people not. And not that people really left my life, not really, but they really needed to adjust, you know? And for some people, it was very hard to adjust that, especially in the beginning. So I really got...
you had to stay loyal to, you know?
Yes, but how do you say weerstand? Resistance.
Yeah,
I really felt the resistance, and then I really got responded like, why do you say no all the time? You always said yes, and it was never a problem for you. So why is it a problem now?
Right.
And I was like, okay, I'm tired. You know, I need my rest.
Right.
My babies are coming home, and I need to rest. So
You
I
need to
cannot
be there
do this
for them.
for you.
Yes.
You know, I have to be there for my babies.
Yeah.
So, but that was something I really needed to grow in. And for now, when I say no, I don't feel bad anymore, you know? I'm just like, hey,
you're comfortable with the fact that you're taking care of yourself now.
Yes, it's really true. And for the people, they have, the people that are around me, they have accepted me. And the people who were with me
back then,
many of them are still here.
All right.
And many people are very proud. You're like, wow, so I see the change in you. Oh my gosh, did that.
And those are your people, right?
Those are my people, you know. And also new people are adding into my life. And that's also what I see. And that's what you said like earlier, like the reflection that you are giving.
We are a mirror.
We are a mirror. It's coming back to you.
It's coming back.
You understand? But also like the self-confidence, because I didn't have that before.
Yes.
But now you're just like confident in who you are. And if people like it, they like it.
Yeah.
And if you don't like it,
it's okay.
It is okay.
It's perfectly
you
fine.
can keep moving. It's
Yes.
okay. I give you still love, grace and light, you know?
Yeah, totally.
So that is a real big change, because there were indeed also times for me to say like, oh no, let me stay
in the comfort
zone, so people may...
So I can keep the people around me, because I'm afraid of losing them.
Yeah, I really had that. But now I'm just indeed at a point like I can say, God, all is good.
If I have you,
I have
everything.
I have everything.
Beautiful.
And that is a very big growth for me.
Yes.
That I'm very proud of, that I can say, God, thank you.
Love it.
I love it.
The gratefulness, the complete, the wholeness.
Yes.
Because no matter what's happening, you're like, you know, you choose. Like, if I have you, God, I have everything. I am whole. I am completely fulfilled.
Yeah.
I am certain that everything is perfect.
And that we are living our best life.
Yes.
Come on. And what about you? How do you... did people leave you because you were changing and becoming the best version of yourself, or were people added into your life that you could say like, oh, now I really feel like I have my circle? How did that shift happen with you?
The shift for me happened in a very beautiful way, to be honest, because the people who were in my life back then, when I started doing my inner work and the journey of self-love and, you know, taking care of my inside, I could have grace on them. I could have nothing but love and respect and light for them, for the fact that they were able to trigger me so hard to be able to change.
Come
You know,
on.
I needed those people to show me the shadows inside myself, for me to be able to work on myself, to change.
Wow.
So I love that about, you know, when you ask me what the people who did something change, yes, things changed. I had friends that I didn't really lose, but now we don't speak more often, and that's perfectly fine because I'm in another sort of energy right now, and that's also fine. But the self-love is also about having grace on them,
Yes.
because I really love the fact that they, through them, by God putting them in my life, they led me to who I am today.
Come on.
You know, without them, without God putting them, specifically them,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be where I am now.
True.
So I have not lost people, but my circle has become more purified, you know, with people who literally mirror the inside of me, the light, the love, the unconditional acceptance, the growth. I don't expect anybody to be perfect anymore. I expect people to, you know, to just show up as themselves. Authenticity is so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, it's about being present and not being perfect. Yeah, so I love the fact that this journey has, you know, turned out the way it's turned out. Plus the fact that I'm at a point in my life right now where if you would choose to walk out of my life today, I would be okay with it. You know, I would be totally okay with it. I would give you so much love, so much grace and space, and know that it is perfectly fine. You know,
It is.
whereas in the past, I would try to fix it. I would try to chase. I would try to, you know, I would put everything into place according to my logic. Like, what did I do wrong? Can I fix it? Can I, you know? That is what I would do before. But now I am at a point in my life where I think, wow, thank you for showing me who you are.
Yes.
And I can move on.
Yes.
You know?
Come on.
So yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, this is literally a whole journey, a whole consciousness journey, an awareness journey of who we really are.
Yes.
And yeah, so within, so without.
Come
As we
on.
are inside of ourselves, the reflections, the reflections of the pure people you meet, the really authentic people you meet. And yeah, we love this.
I love it.
Yeah, and just
I
embracing
really
the
love
process, right? Really, of
embracing the process of
yeah.
who we are becoming,
Of who you're
and
becoming.
who we are right now.
And just staying loyal to that.
Yeah.
Self-love is also staying loyal to the person you want to be.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Not staying loyal to what people think about you.
Mm-mm.
Staying loyal to the person you want to be and showing up every single day, regardless of how the world reacts, as your highest self.
Come on.
You know,
That's
loving
true.
yourself to the extent that you know you can move through life knowing you are enough.
Amen.
Just the way you are.
Just the way
You do not need
are.
fixing. You are enough just the way you are.
Come on.
So I think self-love is also telling yourself you're enough. You know,
True.
looking yourself in the mirror and saying, you know what, you're enough the way you are, and I love you.
And I love you.
Yeah, beautiful, right?
I love it, girl.
So
I love it.
I'd like to also like know, how are you showing up like right now? That, you know, is so reflective of the growth you've had. Like, how are you showing up right now? If you could just sum it up in like 3 words that you know, that you think this is who I am right now, and this sums up self-love for me.
Yeah. I am safe.
You're safe.
I am loved.
Mm-hmm.
And I am protected.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. I love that.
Me too.
Yeah.
How is it for you?
The 3 words that would sum it up for me right now is, I'm aligned. I am unconditionally loved. And all is well.
All is well.
All is well.
It is.
Yes.
It is.
Yeah.
And I love it.
I love it too.
And I love the growth.
Yes, that is like the most beautiful thing about this journey. Just to be able to look back and see where you come from and where you are now It's
It's
just,
amazing.
it's amazing.
It's amazing. And we don't have to look far.
No.
Because if we are looking at our journey, we didn't even, okay, maybe the journey of self-love, but you keep evolving. You keep evolving.
We keep on growing.
Yeah, it's
It's
amazing.
beautiful.
I love it. So beautiful people. I hope that you enjoyed and that you also could resonate with what we just said and how we think of self-love and how
Yes.
we experienced it and how we are
Still on the journey to, you know, to
Yes.
becoming even better and, you know,
yeah.
loving ourselves even more for who we
Yes.
are.
Amen.
Yeah. We'd really love to hear what you have to say about the podcast today.
Yes.
And we hope to see you in our next one. We love you
Love you.
and bye.